Hi everyone, so this is my review for Kim. So what we have here is we have a looks to me like a blue eye, but with just a lot of congestion on top. And I'm seeing the thing that worries me most about this eye is I'm seeing a very strong cholesterol ring. And I'm seeing the brown around the GI. So it looks like to me it looks very heavily congested, and it looks like this person has a lot of cholesterol and like artery problems basically. I'm not sure if that's true, because I really have no way of knowing, but it seems like that to me. And again, all the stuff that builds up in us, right? Like in the arteries everywhere else, is all the stuff that's unnatural to the body. If you're eating fruits and vegetables, that's not going to build up. But if you're eating meats, if you're eating breads, if you're eating cheese, all of this stuff, it's not really meant to be in our bodies, and the body doesn't recognize it as a source of food, you know. So it doesn't really know what to do with it. So it gets it's not prepped for it, so it gets stored, especially you know as as the years go on, and as we eat more and more of stuff that's unnatural, it gets stored more and more. But I mean, you can detox all of this out, but you really have to focus on fruits and vegetables rather than all of this additional stuff, because human beings are the only species that are cooking food and are making something like out of food. you know all other species on planet Earth are just eating what is there. They're not doing things, they're not subjecting food to heat, they're not subjecting food to cold, they're not changing its properties. Because when you're heating food, what happens, like specifically to a high degree, to like a boiling point, the properties of proteins, specifically meats, right, the proteins change, so they don't get absorbed the same. And it's not the same thing as, like, you can say, well, animals eat meat. Animals eat meat in a raw food form. So what they're eating and what you're eating is totally different things. I don't know if you eat meat, but I'm just saying that, when you start to eat unnatural diets, it starts to accumulate. And they had studies where they had people who were 90 years old switch to a raw food diet, and all of this got unclogged at 90 years old. So it's none of it is, it's, you can always undo it, but the thing is, you actually have to work at undoing it. So you have to eat better in order to see a difference. And by better, I don't mean an extra apple a day. By better, I mean a change in lifestyle, and then you will see results. And actually, results come fairly fast. So if you change your diet a lot, then you should see results in basically just a few months. But just be careful, because all of that stuff that's clogged is, as soon as you start to eat right, it's going to start to get unclogged fairly quickly. So if you do a very fast detox, like say if you go to 100% raw just right from the start, you're going to see stuff starts to come out. So, but again, it just might be a little bit gross, but you will see results like you can't imagine. So I mean, I see it all the time, like people write to me saying this and that. So just you know basically just take care of it. And that's the way to take care of it, is with raw food diet. Like me myself, I had horrible health conditions, like, well, I don't know, horrible is like maybe too strong of a word, but for me it was horrible. And they all got cleared up, all got cleared up. And I'm not even 100% raw food. Like I'm at about 80 now. So you don't have to do full raw food, but just avoid processed food. Like if you have to have cooked, have a soup, or have, just a side of, say, sweet potatoes, or a side of like quinoa or something like that. You can even have, like, if you want rice or regular potatoes, whatever. But just make sure that that side is the only thing that you're having that's cooked. So everything else is like, try to do the raw food juicing. Juicing would actually really benefit you. And your colon, although a little bit, your GI tract a little bit congested, it's not so bad. So you will be able to absorb all of the vitamins. So yeah, I would definitely suggest doing juicing. And I mean, it's like once you get into it, it becomes natural. Like at first I thought I never could handle a raw food diet, but then once I started doing it, like to me, now cooked food seems like unnatural. So you actually, it's a pretty quick shift when you start to do it. Like I've only been doing this for what, like under a year, and already, the results are pretty crazy. So that was the review. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am here to answer any question anybody might have. I really want to help, and yeah, just don't feel shy. Um, Also, if you guys want or are interested, I do have an ebook for sale, and the ebook just talks about how to switch from a regular diet to a raw food diet. So it's an easy kind of step-by-step plan. Also, if you guys would like me to review your eyes, you can do so by sending it, and I'll link everything below so you guys can have all those links there. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.